Very dark man. You are a gullible small boy. How can you ask Nafdac to be examining spiritual items? First of all, I make research about your date of birth. You are a junior brother to me. At least I senior you with 5 years. That is half decade. Your musician role model was born November 21st, 1992. Davido is also a junior brother to me. When you see me, you dare not call me name because you are just 30 years. What do you know about spiritual? Tell me the country where their governments are examining the spiritual items they are using. You see, anything that has to do with spiritual, you need to keep short. But I know you love to chase clout on social media. You love to go viral on social media. Must you put your mouth on any matter going on social media? Maybe you go to church, I don't know. Maybe you don't go to church, I don't know. Who are you to be challenging men of God that are making use of spiritual items? You are of the world now. Your dress code, your lifestyle is of the world. Maybe you see yourself as a hero. You are not any hero. As I'm talking to you, I'm a founder of political movement. I'm a founder of a registered NGO. And I deal with people in government. I have dealings in terms of humanitarian service. I have dealings with people in government. I live in Ogun State. My name is Ojisholon A.N. Olatunde. I have political movement called the Botonikoko. I have NGO called what? Action for Better Life Association of Nigeria. If you are making little money on social media, maybe you make millions of naira on social media, that doesn't mean you should be rude to men of God. Even the current pastor telling people not to what? Pay tithes. His previous year's video that he was lamenting about tithe collection, people have been uploading it on social media. I just want to warn you, very dark man, you can continue with your controversial issue. Do not come to spiritual aspect. The spiritual control the physical. If any pastor is selling spiritual item, if you don't believe in it, don't go to the pastor. Don't go to the prophet. Nobody will force you. If you know tithe is not compulsory, don't go to church. Stay in your house. And I know a lot of delusional people that are happy that some men of God are coming out that they should not pay tithe. These are people who are living a worldly life. They don't even go to church. I do tell people, if you don't go to church, tithe is not compulsory. But if you go to church, it is compulsory for you to pay tithe. Except if you want to invite curses into your life. How will you be going to church when a man of God is praying for you, going into fasting in order to see that your spiritual life is stable? It is when your spiritual life is stable, that is when you can live a fulfilled life. But nowadays, because some people have means to cheap data, you just be judging the pastor. Some people are saying, there are a lot of churches in Nigeria instead of factory. The church contribution to the peace of this nation is not something we can play with. It is the responsibility of the government to establish factories. It is the responsibility of entrepreneur to what? To establish companies, industry, not the responsibility of pastors. And I know a lot of you are expecting men of God to be living in poverty. It can't happen. Those men of God that are carrying the will of God now, preaching the gospel all around the world, do you know what they are facing? Do you know what it takes if you are called by God? Any work you are doing, if it is time for you to be promoting God, all the work are going to be blocked. Except if you go into what? If you surrender your life to what? To preach the gospel of of Christ. You have passed your nose, you are plaiting your hair, you don't have right to talk anything about spirituality. You need to warn yourself. Maybe you have been you are being deceived with the kind of followers you have on social media. A lot of people are just watching you to catch cruise. I do watch your video a lot. You are a small boy. You are a junior brother to me. Even Davido, that is your chairman, is a junior brother to me. I senior both of you. And in our own culture, I'm a proud Yoruba boy. Money cannot make you what? Disrespect your senior. Even when you have money more than Dangote. So I want to warn you, very dark man, I want to warn you, be very careful. Stop putting your mouth into spirituality stuff. Concentrate on normal social controversial matters. You are not an hero. You are not an activist. Do you have any registered organization? What is your track record? Go and check my track record. Go and check my Facebook track record. Ajibola Nuruddin Olatunde. Go and check it. In terms of humanitarian service, truly you may be making money through social media because you have large followers, because lot of people, I don't want to use negative word. Lot of people, they are, let me just skip that. When it comes to spiritual matter, do not put your mouth, very dark man. You are not spiritual. The job you are doing, anybody can go to INEC office, or anybody can Google INEC Nafdac Nafdac contact and report any product that is not registered. Any Nigerian can do that. So don't see it as something that that matters. In Nigeria we are now, people love controversial stuff. So when you are dragging celebrity, instead of people to make research about their purpose of existence, their purpose of what, they should make research about their spiritual life. They won't. If you feel like you don't want to pay tithe, you don't want to pay offering, stay in your house. I am giving a larger mandate. Anytime I find your video insulting or putting your mouth into the matters of spirituality or Christianity, I'm going to report you to God Almighty. Forget about how weak you are. You are a small boy. You are a small boy, very dark man. You are a small boy. You are a very small boy to me, very small boy. But if I should stand beside you now, people will think maybe you are what? You senior me. And I senior you with good 5 years. So maybe the money you have in your account, the money you are making from the adverts through your social media is what is pushing you. You don't have manner. Anything of spiritual, you don't have right to put your mouth. Have you surrendered your life for Christ? Are you a Muslim or a Christian? Very dark man. Do not receive curses from anointed men of God. You are in the world. I do watch your video just to catch fun. You talk too much. You talk too much. What are your previous track record on social media? Your previous track record, I can't even watch it because it's of no use. Why are you popular? It's because you chase clout through those popular words, through those popular actresses. Nobody knows you. And you are not contributing anything into our society because your dress code doesn't represent what Edo people stand for. You said you are an Edo guy. Your dress code doesn't represent Africa. That is not the way our forefathers, dressed. Are you from Shango family that you are plating up back? You see, I'm less concerned about that. But you putting your mouth on things of spiritual, my dear brother, stop it. You may have money, you may have 100 million in your account. If you continue putting your mouth into things of spiritual or Christianity, my dear brother, men of God will report you to our Creator. And by the time that happens, your your muscular body is going to work against your well-being. For that not to happen spiritually, do not put your mouth into spiritual matters. And I want to advise you, content creator. I see that you people are now bringing pastors' matters when we are told that CCC is coming. Satan has deposited lot of antichrist mission into your mind, all because you want to make social media money. You are not justifying pastor. Have you people surrender your life to Christ? Who are you to be cutting the video, the Simon video of any pastor? You now you hold stick, you hold shovel, you hit it on their head. What you are doing is cyber stalking, cyber bullying. The pastor is not preaching message. Those pastors that you are using their videos, their message is not meant for you. It is meant for their congregant members and those people outside who are here to give their life to Christ. So nobody is dragging with you when a popular presenter tells people not to pay tithe, that it is pastors that are eating the money. You see a lot of things that is happening to the man now. Anything that has to do with religion, if you don't believe in their doctrine, leave it. Bible is the constitution of every Christian. Bible is like the constitution of every Christian. So every things you have in the Bible must be what? Must be practiced. So if we have verses and chapters that support tithing in the Bible, it is compulsory for Christians to what? To pay tithe. And any moment you decide that you are not paying tithe, then stay in your house with your family and pray. Nobody will ask you to pay tithe. But you cannot be receiving blessing of God through the hard working of what? Of the pastor that head your church, and you now choose not to pay what? Tithe. If you do that, something terrible will happen to your enemy. That's just it. And those people preaching that people not to what? Pay tithe, these are people who are jealous of pastor's success. Some people expect lot of pastors to be poor. That is their major problem. And if you serve God truly, God will bless you. Any true man of God, if your calling is a successful calling, you can't add any job. You can't add any job to your ministry. You can only invest. Okay, somebody who have gone for medical solution, spend millions of naira, and a pastor asks him to pay maybe 100,000 or nothing, and this particular person receive miracle through the word, through the pastor direction. Do you think somebody who has spent millions of naira, who is ready to spend more, but is not getting the solution he or she wants, and he or she now finally got it through a pastor, is going to bless that pastor with millions of naira? Lot of people who are saying that they are paying tithe, their businesses is not moving forward. Have they make research about their spiritual life? So I want to tell all you content creators, stop crossing red line of demoting the work of Christ. God cannot come down to the earth. God cannot come down to the earth and ask we, the people existing, that I'm God. Oh, it can't happen. God will only communicate with those people that he has assigned from the heaven to remind the people of the world that he is our creator. Those are the men of God you see. So, and God gave every man of God their own assignment. That is why you have lot of what? Denomination churches. So, if churches numbers are much in Nigeria, do not criticize them. They are the one calling your attention to come closer to God and leave things of the world. If you need factory, your governor should be responsible for that. If you need a company to create job, your pastor, it is not the responsibility of your successful pastor. It is the responsibility of your government. So stop shifting when you know that you have talked to government is not answering you. You now want to use your anger against the men of God that have suffered before God make them a successful men of God. Do not invite curses into your family. Do not invite curses into your generation. Some people are saying churches will establish church and school, and the congregant members will not be able to go there. Are they not going to maintain the school? The school those false Christianity missionary established, it is, most of the school, they are not properly what established. That is why they do hand it over to the government. When some of you are saying one pastor is selling spiritual item, even if you want to use bottled water, are you not going to buy it? You have 100 congregants, are you going to give them the bottled water for free? Do you know the sufferness, the spiritual sufferness the pastor will pass through in order to call what? In order to call the sign of God into those spiritual items. So, small boy, very dark man, stay off the lane of spiritual matter. Because if you continue, I pity you. And to all the content creator, you are of the world. Continue with your worldly things. Don't use pastors' matters to chase clout on social media. Do not invite curses into the life of your unborn generation. Either you like it or not, churches will continue to grow. If you need job, call on to your government. My name is Odisholong A.N. Olatunde. Thank you. Big thanks to my single watcher there. Viewers.